All right, we're on submarine for this winners bracket match between BakedBeanst and Icredd. Is this winners bracket? Yeah, it's got to be. It's got to be. Icredd, of course, are reigning champion, but now obviously playing Zerg. It's Zerg v Zerg, and you know, Zerg v Zerg has frequently been compared to a knife fight in a phone box. ZVZ is brutal, if in general, if played well. It's one of the fastest paced, most aggressive matchups there is, and it's all about finding the balance between lings and workers in the early game. If you overling and you don't kill your opponent, you're behind because you didn't build as many workers as they did. If you underling, you lose to their lings and it's all bad. So both players need to build lings reasonably early. Both players will also need to build those banelings to defend against the other player's lings. And that's kind of how it goes. So Icredd going with hatch first, would recommend. BakedBeanst, no hatchery. So ominous signs here. Yep, the pool has finished, but you know, even with these in production, when's the scout going to see these? Here comes the Overlord for Icredd. So we'll very soon see these lings. Let's check the vision. Checking it. So sees that there's that many lings on the map already. You know that your opponent's gone pull first. Sees that there is no expo. You know that there's lings coming. A standard response to this is exactly this. You throw it on a spine crawler. A spine crawler with your queens is gonna just be plenty to hold against these lings. You know, because you'll have lings of your own coming out soon. Oh, they're both going to kill each other's overlords. So as of right now, BakedBeanst is behind. Make no mistake about it. Now, yeah, there are fast lings coming in, but running straight past is the right choice. They're going to get some hurt onto this queen. Icredd having to fight with lings and workers in support as well. There are more queens building. That's a bit painful. You need to support the queen with your own lings. Unfortunately, that queen goes down. So let's just slow things down a second there and look at what's been lost. That killed one worker. You know what I mean? One worker. So look, 24 workers against 16. It's over. It's absolutely over. You can't not build a hatchery as Zerg. I mean, going pull first is so risky, and if you do it, the first six lings that you build have to be across the map instantly, like instantly. No kind of, I'll just wait at the top of my ramp for 10 seconds. 10 seconds is too long. I'm not exaggerating here. The whole point of that pull first is that they've got to get into your opponent's base, and they've got to be doing damage before your opponent has a single ling or a queen, a single one, or a spine. You've got to trade those lings for workers, and you've got to trade them for enough workers to make up for the workers that you didn't build because you went pull first. Because obviously pull first means a later hatch means less larvae, means less workers, and of course you spent 3 larvae on lings when you should have been building workers. So in general, I do not recommend a pull first in Zerg v Zerg. You know, like maybe if you're really sure you're better than the other person and you're really sure you've got the micro to more than pay for what you invest. No, Icredd actually has an army advantage and a worker advantage at this stage. Personally, you know, yeah, roaches are great and all. I'd prefer banelings. I'd prefer to see just a big swell of ling ban just go across the map and destroy. So it's hard to see how BakedBeanst is going to survive here. Actually, the roaches do pop out in time, but I think there's enough ling to just surround. I think they could have won that fight actually, but decides to go after the workers. Taking queens down is always good. A lot of workers have fallen. The roaches don't have the speed upgrade yet, and it's just over. So yeah, comes back, finishes off the roaches as well. And that's kind of that really. Yeah, there's hatcheries building and stuff. There's still roaches coming out. There's still money in the bank. But even if BakedBeanst does manage to clean this up, what's in the production tab? There's hydras coming, there's roaches coming. The next wave of attack will absolutely destroy. So this is very much over. I know BakedBeanst is still in the game, but look, production has stopped. Doesn't have the minerals, literally has one mercury mining and can't afford to build another one right now. So I just want to see the GG, really. There's no way back from here. No, the total worker damage done on the other side was approximately 1. So yeah, pretty textbook really from Icredd. Build a hatch, build a pool, don't worry about it. Pool first seldom works. The best matchup, to be honest, for pool first is arguably against, it's tricky. I generally pull first against Zerg. It is unlikely to achieve much, or you've got to at least be realistic about what you're trying to achieve. If you try pull first against Terran, there's a good chance they've got a wall off, but it can delay their expos. You can prevent them from coming down and building a command center. So I don't hit it, but you are then playing catch up, but you normally can catch up from that. So it isn't a terrible build, and it sort of forces a certain kind of type of response from the Terran, and that can be useful. Against Protoss, I think is probably where pull first is best. It forces them to finish up the Zealot. It is, the Zealots don't have range. It's harder for the Zealots. You can split the Lings up and the Zealot can be chasing like a pair of Lings while the rest of the Lings are fighting against workers. Against Protoss, I think it's probably has the most potential, but even then, your Lings just aren't substantially lit or hatchery first. Anyway, GG.